Dr. Dan Johnson, you have such an amazing exotic animal clinic in Raleigh, North Carolina. I think you must be the center of the universe.
No,
Avian and Exotic Care, you've got seven other board certified exotic vets, and you have interns and vet residents and all kinds of interested people coming through. Are you the Pied Piper of exotic animal care?
no, I like to say that I'm not only not the best exotic vet in the world, I'm not even the best exotic vet in my practice. Just
Well, your
surround yourself.
humility, clearly, your humility is part of what has gained you such incredible success in attracting others.
Yeah, we have a great team to be sure. And I started the practice as a house call practice back in 1996 and
Wow.
gradually built it by borrowing space from another hospital where I'd used to work and eventually into a shopping center and then over into our own practice location, which we purchased and built and have since renovated. So now it's 8,000 square feet
Whoa.
and it's me plus six others. So yeah, there's seven of us.
Total of seven. And you have licensed vet techs and vet techs, all of whom are
Yeah,
pictured on your very cheerful website holding every imaginable species of non-dog. It's
yeah,
really, it's pretty cool. One of the
yeah.
things that you're renowned for, my friend, the filmmaker Kim Best, who's had a movie every single year, if not two, in the New York Cat Film Festival, tells me that rabbits are, because she
Yeah.
made a documentary about rabbits, that you are also known as a rabbit specialist. Is that true?
Sure. I am a board certified in exotic companion mammals. Rabbits are part of my bread and butter, something that I consider my strong suit.
Nice. And how many people come to you in a, I'm not going to say a given day, a given week with a rabbit, with a bunny?
Gosh, rabbits have to be one of our number one mammals.
Wow.
Of course, our practice sees birds and reptiles and fish but as far as what we see day in and day out, there's never a day that we don't see rabbits. And
No kidding.
yeah, oh yeah, with 3 or 4 veterinarians on 5 days a week and one on Saturdays, rabbits are always part of the picture. They're easily now, I think, the third most popular pet. That's certainly the case over in Europe. I think they're the third most popular house pet here too.
After dogs
There's,
and cats.
yeah, after dogs and cats. Yeah.
So are they coming to you because rabbits have all kinds of physical medical problems, or is it more wellness checks?
I wish it was more wellness checks, and we certainly have wellness checks that we do for rabbits. But if you know anything about horses are prone to something called,
It'll come
well,
to you. Doesn't matter because we're talking
yeah,
rabbits. They're prone to some kind of a virus, you're going to tell me, or a
no, just with their digestive tract. They're
colic.
prone to having a slowdown like colic, yeah.
Yep.
So it's like colic in horses, and I don't see horses obviously, but it's the same idea. Their digestive tract can get upset because of diet, largely because of the way people keep them and
Yes.
feed them. But they're a sensitive animal, a prey animal. And when anxiety, pain, a change in their routine, an abrupt change in diet occurs, they're prone to a slowdown of the digestive tract. And so it's a lot like a colic in a horse. It involves supportive care, pain management, keeping them hydrated, sometimes surgery. But we do see rabbits for wellness things, but between the digestive tract and their teeth, they get a number of dental diseases, again, like horses, where they need frequent visits because of their teeth. It's one of the most frequent problems we see.
Do people, when they get rabbits, don't realize these rabbits' teeth need to be monitored and dealt with before it's a dental problem? They aren't born with a dental problem, but
No,
I think their unnatural life in people's homes, not eating enough things that are, is it
yeah,
grinding down their teeth? That is
it's the
what we,
grinding down.
yeah,
You're
they don't
correct.
have that.
Yeah, if they don't get enough, let's say, long stem hay, and you feed them just pellets, pellets don't require the kind of grinding that hay would.
Right.
And in the wild, it would be grass and herbs. So that's what leads us to the overgrowth of the teeth and then overgrown teeth tend to impact, that causes problems at their roots. The teeth stop growing, and then infections happen at the tooth roots.
So these are
Now,
very unhappy bunnies.
yeah, now it's very common for somebody to have a couple of rabbits at once, and over the course of their life to have 6 or 8 rabbits. By the second or third rabbit, they know rabbits. Okay. So that if somebody gets their first rabbit, they don't know this, but within the first lifetime of one rabbit, you learn about these diseases. Yeah.
So would you say
They're not born with dental disease. No.
that's right? Exactly. Or even prone to it if they had
Yeah,
a completely natural diet and lifestyle. So
correct.
it would be really nice if rabbits, whether they come from a shelter or from a pet store, if they came with a little tag around their neck, please feed me correctly, I beg you.
Yeah, absolutely. That's what we try to get people to do, is to do their homework ahead of time. If they haven't, we of course hand out a care packet at our first visit.
Nice.
Congratulations on your new bunny. Here's all the things you should have known about before you went to get it. And if we can also point them in the direction of valuable resources like the House Rabbit Society, is a very well known, you probably know of it, but
Heard of it. Yeah, have
it's
somebody on from it. Thank
yeah,
God it exists.
yep, it's aimed towards educating owners and correcting mistakes, advocating for rabbits.
Nice.
Yep.
All right. So I get my rabbit and I mistakenly think I should feed him carrots because I saw Bugs Bunny when I was a child. I think Bugs
Right.
Bunny has since gone over the Rainbow Bridge himself. They don't still make they don't still make Bugs Bunny cartoons.
Yeah.
Okay, so we know that's way wrong. We know that now. I mean, on the show, I've talked about it with any number of vets and rabbit keepers. Okay, forget the carrots. You can give them the green ends, forget the orange part. But that long stem hay that you spoke of, how do I get that? Okay, let's say I understand it needs to be a well balanced, top quality Oxbow Health or somebody pellet, but I have to give long stemmed hay. Where do I get that?
So all of your pet stores, right where the other stuff for rabbits is sold, will have bales of hay.
Oh
Young
my
rabbits,
goodness.
yeah, and young rabbits, and I'm not talking about a bale of hay like you take on
Right,
a
like
hay
a horse.
ride behind a tractor, but it's a bale of hay wrapped in plastic so you can get it home without hay getting in your car. And the hay, normally Timothy hay, is a grass hay that most rabbits will accept. If they won't accept that, there are other hays, brome and oat and so forth and so on. Younger rabbits, we really want them on grass hay as well, but they can tolerate more of alfalfa hay, which is strictly speaking isn't grass, it's a legume.
Oh, interesting.
But once they get a little bit older, we want them off of the high calcium, high calorie stuff onto just grass hay. And Timothy grass hay seems to be very palatable, widely accepted, and still not every rabbit will eat it, but most rabbits will. And
Are
so
there any breeds of rabbits that are more picky eaters, or it's the individuals?
it's down to the individual. Now,
Okay.
some shorter faced rabbits might be more prone to dental disease than more your wild type long faced rabbits, but you got the little dwarf rabbits where everything is
Ah,
compressed. And so they are like the pug
yes.
of rabbits, and so
Mhm.
they might have more dental disease in the long run.
And how often would I be giving this Timothy hay? Would I just have it always available to
Yeah,
graze on? And would I only put it like not necessarily in a little hay sack like you do for a horse so that they don't trample and pee on it? But in fact, is that the case? Because otherwise, would they not trample and pee on it?
yeah, exactly. You can have a hay shelf or a hay bin, a net,
That's
like for a horse. You do want it available all times, all the time. Think about a rabbit in a yard. There's grass available all the time. And so that is their staple. The pellets that we feed are made of grass and sometimes alfalfa and other things, but they've got trace minerals in them. And the reason we offer pellets is to make sure that it's almost like your multivitamin. The
yes.
multivitamin has been added to those pellets. And so you're giving that as a supplement to hay, just in case the bale of hay is
Oh,
missing something like selenium or chromium or some other mineral I can't even think of.
but essential to good rabbit health.
Yeah.
So you're
Yeah.
saying the pellets aren't the main diet and the hay is
No.
the dessert. If
The hay,
anything, the other way
yeah,
around.
the
Hay
hay
is the
really is. The
mainstay.
hay really is. I would rank the importance of things as hay number one, a little side salad as number two, and pellets as the third. And believe it or not, with certain digestive problems, we have rabbits that eat just hay, no pellets, no vegetables.
That's
Yeah.
it. Once they've already identified as a rabbit with a gut problem, you
Yeah.
take off the numbers 2 and 3. What's in my side salad?
Huh. Those are fresh foods with fresh phytonutrients, your pre-vitamin A, and there's water. They taste good. It's good for the rabbit's mental health. They don't just go berserk just eating hay.
Right.
There's not a lot for a rabbit to look forward to every day, except
Oh,
hopefully some strokes, some salad, time for the pellets. They do go nuts over the pellets. So it's like you said, it's like dessert.
what have
I
I
think
got in my side salad? Have I got like dark leafy greens?
got it. Dark leafy greens, some pieces of carrot are okay, but typically we're doing things along the lines of romaine lettuce, kale, mustard greens, turnip greens, parsley, cilantro. You have the idea. Mint.
Yeah, nice dark
Uh-huh.
herbs. I will
And
say
then,
about romaine lettuce that it no longer is dark and leafy. All the romaine
right. Yeah.
lettuce I see now looks like iceberg. It's turned it into a non-vegetable or a
Yeah.
non-nutritious one for
Yeah.
humans, but that's another story. If you grew
Dan-
your own romaine, it would be dark and green.
yeah. Dandelion greens,
Ooh, that's a good one.
radicchio. I've heard there's some rabbits that get some fancy lettuce mix,
Oh,
but
like the baby greens.
yeah.
If you don't have to give them a lot, it's
Yeah.
easier than buying a whole bunch of cilantro, which then gets mushy
Yep.
if you don't feed the whole thing. So, if it's the most prolific customer in your clinic,
Yep.
do you and you hand out people these information packets and even give
Mhm.
them some ingredients to go with them? Do you have fewer repeat customers from those who've been educated, or are people just as thick-headed as they often seem and they just keep on doing what they were doing and they're back in the clinic?
So, you're going to have at every veterinary clinic, no matter what kind of animal, you'll have the people that call you just when there's problems. But
Yes.
you've also got people who are devoted to their pets. And for many people, these rabbits are their golden retriever, their
Yes.
beloved cat. So they are going to bring in their rabbit twice a year for a wellness visit. And
Nice.
anytime, and believe it or not, they'll call by lunchtime and say, I think I may have a problem here. Oh, yeah, what's that? This morning, instead of his usual 35 or 40 doo-doo balls, there's only 12 and it's small. So I think there might be a problem. And I'm like, come right in. God bless you, because you're catching this problem early.
Amazing. So that level of
Oh, yeah.
care is what
Oh,
makes the
yeah.
difference between a pre-crisis and a crisis
Yeah, absolutely.
because the gut's important. Okay, so those of you with rabbits, if you live anywhere near Raleigh, North Carolina, you are lucky. You got Dr. Dan Johnson in the Avian and Exotic Animal Clinic. If not, try to bone up a little on what's good for your rabbit. And House Rabbit Society, isn't that a great name? I love it. It sounds like something very social, like something a club you have to get into. Dr. Dan, this is fantastic. Thank you for sharing your wisdom and for the many years when you used to just go to people's houses and knock on the door and say, Dr. Dan here. Now they come to your door, and that's
Yep.
really horrific.
You
Good
called
for
for a
you.
rabbit vet? Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. Thank you so much. Talk to you again soon,
Thanks.
I hope. Bye
Good
bye.
talking to you.